South Point is also proud to provide a variety of relaxing amenities for the guests who want to be pampered. We have 11 amazing restaurants featuring a wide variety for every price range and appetite. South Point's Garden Buffet has something for everyone at unbeatable prices. Or, if hunger strikes in the middle of the night, join us at Coronado Cafe. The American menu offers breakfast, lunch, or dinner 24 hours a day, plus a Chinese kitchen for authentic Chinese dishes from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. From steak and eggs to wonton soup, it's fast and friendly service 24/7. When you need a quick pick-me-up, you can find it at our state-of-the-art Starbucks just inside the main South Point entrance. Order ahead with the Starbucks app for easy mobile order pickups. Or enjoy your favorites in the relaxing dining area anytime, day or night. If you love Mexican food, Baja Miguel's has all of your south-of-the-border favorites. There are dozens of classics to choose from, like fajitas, ceviche, chimichangas, tacos, and more. And for spirit lovers, Baja's colorful non-smoking tequila bar is right outside.
Hi, I'm Kurt Angle. I represented the United States in the Olympics in 1996 and won a gold medal. Then I parlayed that into a pro wrestling career. I saw a commercial a few years ago.
Tunnel to Towers Foundation made a promise.
The Tunnel to Towers Foundation is paying off the mortgages for Gold Star families with young children. I thought, this is really cool. I want to be a part of it. My dad served in the Army for 30 years. We didn't have a lot of money, but he made sure we had what we needed. He set a great example for all of us. He died in a construction accident my freshman year in high school. When he died, we didn't have any income coming in, and we ended up being forced to move out of our house. I was devastated. So I understand what these families are going through, and to have an organization like Tunnel to Towers come in and pick you up and carry you and give you a home to live in, I think that's just amazing. I'd like to ask you to donate $11 a month to support these efforts by going to t2t.org or calling 1-844-BRAVEST.
Big-time, nighttime pools are always at Los Alamitos, with early Pick 4 pools of more than $175,000 on most nights, and a late Pick 4 pool of more than $150,000 on most nights. Plus, our Pick 6 pools have reached record figures in 2025, including a total pool of over $370,000 on June 15th, and record Pick 6 payouts. Big-time, nighttime pools every weekend at Los Alamitos.
The following is a Race Day Las Vegas presentation in association with Siraco Productions Limited on the Race Day Las Vegas Radio Network.
Live from the gaming capital of the world, time for Race Day Las Vegas, covering the sport of kings with a Las Vegas perspective. Now to the race desk with your host, Ralph Siraco.
From the backstretch to the turf club, at the racebooks and on the internet, to all horse players around the world, a good morning. All righty, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Race Day Las Vegas radio program for this Friday. And yes, we are finally here. It is opening day at Del Mar today, where the turf meets the surf in Southern California. And as we continue to cruise along with the spa racing at Saratoga, it is that time of the year for horse players, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, playing the races at the two great summertime spas. We welcome you to the Race Day show. We come to you live and direct from the gaming capital, Las Vegas, Nevada, right here at the South Point Studios, at the South Point Hotel Casino Complex here in Las Vegas on Las Vegas Boulevard, and the South Point Studios streaming network at YouTube. And, of course, all of our other platforms that include our local radio station here in town, Sports Talk 1400 AM, 107.1 FM, our websites, racedaylasvegas.com, .vegas, .world, .global, and, of course, your iPhone, Android, and Google phone with the apps. KSHP app, you can listen to us through the your devices, and certainly the YouTube app, you can see and hear us as well, and anywhere you get your podcasting. Simply put, however, wherever, whenever. Welcome to the show today, that's for sure. Well, we got opening day at Del Mar. A lot of good stuff happening down there at Del Mar, and of course, Saratoga continues to crank along. So this would be the first big weekend of the summertime double between Saratoga and Saratoga and Del Mar as well. A lot of stuff happening. First of all, here in Las Vegas, right now it's 81 degrees. We're only going to get up to, I think, 95 today. So it's going to be quite a pleasant day here in Las Vegas. We did have some monsoons that rolled through in the late evening yesterday, but it looks clear today. And possibly, this is our monsoon type of, weather here in Las Vegas. So we may very well get some of that along the way, but it's always fast, firm, and perfect in the book. And the only place we're always worried about the weather is at Saratoga Springs, where, of course, they're running at Saratoga today. We'll get the latest of the weather report from our weatherman, Jonathan Ardon, when he shows up with us after the first segment. Temperatures around the country, 89 degrees in Miami, 86 in New York proper, 79 degrees in Chicago, 82 degrees in Southern California. It's going to be a beautiful day at the beach in Southern California for the opening of Del Mar. Phoenix, Arizona, 107 degrees today in Phoenix, the hottest spot in the nation. As I say, we're going to get between 95 and 96 degrees as a topper here in Las Vegas. Let's take a look at what happened yesterday at Saratoga. Saratoga yesterday. Jose Ortiz got his first win of the day in the second race on a Jeremiah Engelhardt trainee, paying $5.70. By the way, Engelhardt, that was his first winner of the day as well. The featured Rick Violette, that stakes race came up early. It was the third race on the card for three-year-olds going a mile and 16th on the Mellon Turf Course. The winner there was Leon Blue in a driving finish for Chris Elliott and Melanie Giddings, paying $15.60, outrunning Smooth Breeze and Sounds Like a Plan, who finished third. Fourth race, Linda Rice got together with Kendrick Carmouche to win that one, paying $8.30. Then came the fifth race where Manny Franco and Brad Cox got together to win that race, paying $8.10. The early pick five yesterday paid $1,359.50. Fifth race for two-year-old fillies on the Mellon Turf Course. The winner there was Sacred Goddess. Irad Ortiz Jr. riding for Jeremiah Engelhardt. Jeremiah Engelhardt getting his second win of the day. Irad's first win of the day, paying $5.50 as the favorite. Seventh race, Irad came right back in the seventh race for his second win for Mike Maker, paying $3.70. And then Jose Lezcano got together with Bill Mott to win the eighth race at $3.90. So you can see it was a lot of favorites happening until the ninth race. And in the ninth race, Ricardo Santana got barnstorming to put a photo finish right on the favorite at the wire. Barnstorming wins it, paying $47 for Bruce Brown. Finishing second in the race was the big favorite who didn't get the job done. And, of course, that was Enlightened, who finished second in that photo finish. But the big favorite beat the favorite right on the money. And in the 10th and final race, Jose Ortiz got his second win of the day for Mark Casse, paying $6.80. And, of course, that was Mark Casse's 4,001st career win. We do want to congratulate right now Mark Casse, because here's what happened yesterday. We were on the countdown for Mark Casse. He had 3,999 career wins going into yesterday. And what happened was Mark Casse had some horses running at Colonial Downs along with Saratoga. So while we were watching to see where it was going to happen, just before the race went for Mark Casse's 4,001st win in the 10th race at 680 at Saratoga, one of his horses, Witchcraft, won a three-way photo finish by a nose in the 11th race at Colonial Downs to give him his 4,000th win. So he officially got his 4,000th career win with It's Witchcraft, a three-way photo finish in the 11th race at Colonial Downs. And, of course, then he quickly got his 4,001st win there in the last race at Saratoga. He was sitting on 3,999 wins since Sunday, where he had a three-bagger at Woodbine. So congratulations to Mark Casse getting his 4,000th career win. He is the 17th person in history for trainers to get more than 4,000 wins. He sat at 4,001 going into today, and he was 17th on the list. Of course, Steve Asmussen tops the list at over 10,000, almost 11,000 victories there. But Mark Casse becomes the 17th person in history to get 4,000 or more wins in his career. And I can tell you this: he was entered into the Hall of Fame, the National Museum of Racing's Hall of Fame here in America in 2020. He was initiated into the Canadian Racing Hall of Fame in 2016. And he won the Sovereign Award, which is like the Eclipse Awards here in America. But he won the Sovereign Award, Canada's big award there for trainers, 16 times, a record 16 times. Mark Casse has been the Sovereign Award winner there in Canada. He had his first winner in April 14th of 1979 at Keeneland, and he has trained 6 Canadian Horse of the Years in his past. So congratulations to Mark Casse. What an achievement for Mark Casse yesterday. And we congratulate him here at Race Day for that. All right, on today's show, we have Jonathan Ardon, Rich Eng, John Lindo, and Jerry J. We're going to be talking a lot about the opening of Del Mar. I've got some jockey statistics for you for Del Mar, courtesy of the Horse Racing Nation website. And we'll get to that a little bit with Jonathan Ardon when he comes on. Of course, your racing menu as well. And don't forget tomorrow, Big Haskell Day at Monmouth Park. So we're just getting started as we move through this weekend now with Saratoga, Del Mar, and the big racing card tomorrow at Monmouth. Just another great weekend for horse racing. And we're going to watch it Las Vegas style here. So we're going to take our first break. And when we come back, we'll get to your racing menu and then right off with Jonathan Ardon as we begin opening day at Del Mar, where the turf meets the surf. We'll be right back.
South Point Casino has plenty of attractions for the whole family. Catch a movie. Our 16-screen movie theater includes 2 XD Extreme screens for the ultimate in viewing, sound, and luxury. After the show, treat the family to a variety of treats at our old-fashioned ice cream parlor, Kate's Corner. We scoop up a variety of creamy concoctions, including smoothies, hand-dipped cones, milkshakes, malts, sodas, and sundaes.
That was
At Kate's, there's something for everyone. And if you've still got time to spare, our bowling center might be right up your alley. Voted Best of Las Vegas, it's a great place for friends and family fun. 64 lanes, a pro shop, snack bar, and arcade. And while the kids are bowling, you can play slots and sip on a drink in the Alley Cat Lounge while overlooking the lanes. For our more serious and professional bowlers, the South Point is also home to a separate tournament bowling plaza.
The best of quarter horse racing is always at Los Alamitos. Join us for one of our biggest nights of the year, California Breeders' Champions Night on July 26th, with a full night of stakes action, with the Governor's Cup Futurity led by the super talented filly French Valley. plus top qualifier El Dictator. The Governor's Cup Derby will have a lineup of accomplished runners, plus the ageless Cattail Cove could also be in action. It's the track of Sunsets and Stars, Los Alamitos Racecourse, California Breeders' Champions Night.
All righty, taking a look around the nation. It looks pretty clear and pretty good for most of the racing around the country for us today on the menu. So we'll get started on your racing menu for today. Remember that when we give you this racing menu each and every day, we have the first post times listed as the Pacific time zone. These are Pacific time zone first post times because these are the post times that will roll out in the racebook here today at South Point. We are in the Pacific time zone. So if you're in any other time zone, simply put, make sure that you adjust from whatever time zone you're in to the Pacific time zone to get it right for wherever you may be, so you don't miss anything like I miss Mom and Dad. I don't want you to miss a bet because you got a wrong post time there. All right, we begin with Delaware Park. Delaware Park has 8 races. Their first post time at Delaware Park this morning is at 9:30 at Delaware Park. Balterra Park is next. They have 8 races today at Balterra. They got 4 $75,000 stakes races today at Balterra. The Jim Morgan Memorial will be the 3rd. The Horizon will be the 5th. The Hoover Stakes will be the 7th. And the Vivacious Stakes will be the 8th. Balterra Park's first post time for their 8 races, 4 of which are stakes races today, is set at 9:30 at Balterra Park today. Gulfstream Park has 9 races. Gulfstream Park has a first post time of 9:50 today, 9:50 at Gulfstream Park today. And then we go to Woodbine, north of the border. A couple of nice carryovers at Woodbine. They've got a super high 5 jackpot carryover of $49,119. And their pick 6 jackpot carryover is $54,575. Just 7 races today at Woodbine, so the pick 6 will start in the second race. First post time is at 10:05 at Woodbine. Then we go to Saratoga. Saratoga has 10 races today. Their feature race is the $200,000 Grade 2 Shoe V Stakes. At a mile and 1/8 for fillies and mares 4-year-olds and up. A small field of 7 in that before any scratches. And the favorite there at even money is Raging Sea with Flavian Pratt aboard. 10 races today at Saratoga and a first post time of 10:10 today at Saratoga. Monmouth Park on Haskell Eve with first post time at 11 a.m. today. Monmouth Park has 9 races. Their feature race today is the $100,000 Jersey Shore Stakes for 6 furlongs for 3-year-olds, a field of 6 before any scratches. And Neo Equos is the 8-5 favorite there. Actually, the favorite is Gunmetal. That's 3-2 with Florent Garreau aboard. Neo Equos is 8-5, the second choice. Donut God is 5-2, so it looks like a 3-horse race in the 6-horse field in the Jersey Shore. And first post time at Monmouth Park is set again at 11 a.m. 11 a.m. today at Monmouth Park. Monmouth Park, 11 a.m. They've got a pick 6 jackpot carryover of $14,608. Colonial Downs is next. Colonial Downs' first post time is at 1 o'clock this afternoon, 1 o'clock at Colonial. They've got 7 races on the turf and 2 races on the main track, and both of those stakes races on the main track of the 9 races today are feature races. The $125,000 Edward P. Evans is the second race on the card. That'll be at a mile and 16th on the turf, I should say. Mile and 16th on the turf for 3-year-olds and up. 7 go to the post in that one. 6-5 favorite there is Repo Rocks. Then the $125,000 Punchline Stakes at 5.5 furlongs on the turf for 3-year-olds and up is the 5th race on the card. So we have, again, 9 races today at Colonial Downs. 7 are on the turf. Both stakes races are on the turf at Colonial Downs. First post time is at 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock at Colonial Downs today. Del Mar, opening day at Del Mar. First post time today at Del Mar will be 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock at Del Mar. The feature race today is the traditional opening day feature, the Oceanside Stakes. a mile on the turf for 3-year-olds. It is the first of the 3 races in the Del Mar Derby Series, all on the turf there at Del Mar. The Oceanside goes as the 8th. You got 10 in it before any scratches. And the favorite in that race at 9-5 is Iron Man Cal with Antonio Fresu aboard. 10 races at Del Mar today. And that first post time is at 2 o'clock this afternoon. Penn National has 7 races today. First post time is 2:45 at Penn National. 2:45 at Penn National. Evangeline Downs has 9 races. Their first post time is at 3:30. 3:30 at Evangeline Downs. Charlestown, with a pick 6 jackpot carryover of $12,289, has 8 races. Their first post time is at 4 p.m. Then we go to Prairie Meadows. Prairie Meadows is next. Prairie Meadows has 10 races. 3 quarter-horse races, 7 thoroughbred races, and one of the thoroughbred races is the featured $70,000 Iowa Stallion Stakes for fillies. It's the 9th race on the card, and 10 races overall at Prairie Meadows. Prairie Meadows has a super high 5 jackpot carryover, $40,424, $40,000 there. But the pick 5 jackpot carryover at Prairie Meadows now stands at $125,703. Nice big carryover there in the pick 5 jackpot at Prairie Meadows. First post time is at 4 p.m. there. And then Emerald Downs from the Great Northwest gets underway with their 7 races this evening at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. at Emerald Downs. Their pick 6 jackpot carryover there is $4,931. And, of course, again, 7 p.m. post time at Emerald Downs. And that is the racing menu for this Friday from Race Day. All right, time to get to Jonathan Ardon standing out there at Saratoga Springs. Tell me, Jonathan, what's the weather like, my man?
It's absolutely beautiful as we speak. But what does it mean, Ralph, after what they did to us yesterday? Does anything really matter anymore?
Boy, was it touch and go towards the end of the card yesterday at Saratoga. Now, the last 2 races at Saratoga were on the turf, okay? And throughout the day, a lot of favorites are winning, etc. And it started really pouring rain before the last 2 races started at Saratoga. And I texted you back and forth. I said, oh, my goodness, if they take these races off the turf with the favorites that won before that, and when you take them off the turf, they hit the all is now the winners. They become all races. Both of them. That pick 5
$5
and the pick 4 $380. But
exactly.
It was a passing rainstorm. It went by real quick. It really didn't matter because it didn't affect either the turf course or the main track. But they got those 2 races off. But yeah, we're always sitting on kind of pins and needles when it comes to racing at Saratoga and the weather there.
Yeah, the last couple of years, Ralph, it's really gotten bad. I mean, we've had weather over the years, but never like the last couple of years. It just doesn't stop. But it is a beautiful day as we speak.
Well, all I got to say is that it's going to be interesting with Saratoga now and Del Mar going. But I have some interesting statistics that I just wanted to get by with Del Mar's opening. These statistics courtesy of the Horse Racing Nation website. But the overall situation at Del Mar, the overall leader, obviously, is Juan Hernandez. He had 68 winners last year for a win percentage of 28.7%. That's the overall. But then, you get to, by the way, the Umberto Rispoli had 20.8% winners, and Hector Barrios had 20% winners overall, okay? Now, when we break it down on the dirt only, Juan Hernandez again leads with the 42% winners on the main track. But then you have, it drops off to Umberto Rispoli again with 22, and Antonio Fresu sits there third with 20.6% wins on the main track. But then you get to the turf. And on the turf, the leader, as we all thought, was Hector Barrios. Now, I will do a little bit of a asterisk there. Vincent Chaminade actually is the highest percent winner on the turf with 28.6%, but he only had 14 mounts over the entire season. You know he was riding for Jonathan Thomas. So he had 4 wins out of 14 that got him 28.6%. But in reality, when you got the guys going day in and day out, Hector Barrios had 110 turf starts with 25 wins. So he leads by bulk with 22.7% wins. And Umberto Rispoli, that actually had more starts than him, he had 167 turf starts with 34 wins, is sitting there at 20.4%. So I guess, we identified Hector Barrios as really a heck of a rider on the turf.
Yeah, and what's interesting is this year there are a couple of new jockeys coming into town to ride for the first time at this meet. You have Ruben Silvera from New York. You have David Cohn coming. I mean, they're not going to get a lot of mounts to start, but you never know what happens. And of course, you got Kazuchi Kimura, who's not on that list. I don't know if he was hurt last year or if he wasn't riding much, but he's obviously a top jockey. And, all this could change, Ralph. You know how it goes.
Now, Kazuchi Kimura, he's on list with a bunch of the other jockeys, but I didn't want to go into all the other jockeys. I just gave you the top 3 in each category. Kimura on the turf had a 9% win rate. He only had 13 wins on the turf there. And as far as on the main track, he had 14% winners. He had 15 there. And overall, Kazuchi Kimura had 28 wins overall for an 11% win there. But remember, he's winning back-to-back jockey standings. He won the last meet at Santa Anita and Los Alamitos, so he might be a little bit tougher this year.
Yeah, he's riding with a lot more confidence now. And besides the jockeys, obviously you have to be riding for the right barns. Look at Vincent Chaminade. He rode for Jonathan Thomas when he won about 6 or 7 of those stake races. So you get into the right barn, you're going to do well. And when you get to the top jockeys, I don't think there's much of a difference, to be honest with you. Obviously, Barrios excels on the turf. There's no question about it. But again, you're dealing with, Mickey Mantle, Willie Mays, or Duke Snyder. They're all great, and pick your weapon. What can I tell you?
I think that the overall with Hernandez was helped a lot by all the Baffert horses he was riding there as well.
Exactly.
But you talk about the new riders. Vincent Chaminade, I understand, is going to be riding on a daily basis down there at Del Mar. Maybe it's because Thomas has a good stable down there for the Del Mar season.
Well, once he starts riding, he's going to get into other barns also. Last year, he basically rode strictly for for Jonathan Thomas. But this year, I'm sure he'll get some other opportunities.
And I got to tell you, there is a trainer that hasn't been seen in Southern California on the circuit there in several years because of his situation with Santa Anita and those folks there. Jerry Hollendorfer is back in Southern California at Del Mar. He's there at Del Mar. And he has a starter in the Oceanside Stakes. And Hollendorfer, it's almost 5 years since he last raced, last had a win in the Del Mar Stakes races. And he's got a nice 15-to-1 shot that, is a long shot with a shot. Kazuchi Kimura will ride it, and Bondi Zaffa in the Oceanside. But he breaks from post 10 at a mile on the grass. He'll need a trip, that's for sure. But Jerry Hollendorfer has returned with horses as well.
Well, you talk about a trainer that really got a raw deal. That's the guy. I mean, they let him back at Los Alamitos. Obviously, Dr. Allred, had no problem with him, and now he's training again at Del Mar. Santa Anita had their own ridiculous situation with him, and it wasn't fair, I'm sure. And I guess they settled the case out of court, but it's not public knowledge what happened. But he just got really the raw end of the deal. He really did. And if you remember, for years, he kept Northern California racing alive. So for them to give him that treatment when there are plenty of other characters in the game that they could have gone after, they made him the scapegoat, and it just wasn't right.
Well, I can tell you this. I can tell you this, Jonathan. When we're talking about, Mark Casse cracking the 4,000 mark, Casse's number 17 on the all-time list. We know that Steve Asmussen has, right now, he's got 10,931 wins, so he's way at the top. But Jerry Hollendorfer is third on the all-time list of winning trainers for most wins at 7,774. Hollendorfer third. The only one between Hollendorfer and Steve Asmussen is the retired Dale Baird.
And I don't know the exact number, but I would say a majority of those 7,000 wins was won in Northern California between Bay Meadows and Golden Gate. If you remember, Ralph, he used to run 7-8 horses a day, and him and Russell Bays just piled up the wins.
Yeah, they sure did. Those were the old days in Northern California, that's for sure. But Jerry's he's had horses, and he has some horses on the big stage, that's for sure. As a matter of fact, he should have won a Derby quite a few years ago, but that's another story for another time. I don't want to get into that. Oh, my goodness.
Sounds like you lost a tough bet there, Ralph.
I did. I lost a tough future book bet at 200 to 1. I had $200 on the horse at 200 to 1. And he got a slab fracture his final blowout at Churchill Downs went 57 and change. And that was the year that Real Quiet scampered in and won the Kentucky Derby. But Jerry Hollendorfer should have won that easily with his horse.
Well, he certainly knows how to train, and anybody that knows anything about the game certainly knows that.
Well, any case, Del Mar's going to start today. As I ask all the handicappers when we begin the major meets there, especially the ones that do handicapping on those tracks, and you do for Del Mar as well. Is there anything outside the basic handicapping principles for handicappers out there to know about Del Mar? Any idiosyncrasies there for?
Well, obviously, horses for courses is important. Horses that run well at Del Mar in the past usually run well. You would also love to see a work over the track, but you're not going to see any works, I think, not for a week or so. And obviously, horses that have run over the track at this meet, you want to bet them back. But those are important keys.
And do you guys take into consideration when handicapping pros and cons, anything with the ship and win program that they have, that guys, dump horses in the races, and it qualifies for a ship and win should the horse win the race?
Well, you'll find out soon. You'll see the guys are going to start off hot. They're going to be barns that you're going to know right away, Ralph, within the first couple of days who's live, who's not. So pay attention. You got to do your homework, and you get rewarded when you put the time in.
And talking about doing homework, John Lindo goes out and gets the ship and win horses every day and puts them on his sheet. So at the bottom of his sheet, you'll see the horses that are in that day for ship and win, as he did today. And for example, today in the 10th race, the final race of the card today, out of the 14 horses that are entered, and we'll probably have a few scratches, there are 4 horses that are ship and win horses in that race. So we'll wait and see what happens there. But John covers that here on his Lindo report. Back to Saratoga, outside of just escaping with that rainstorm at the end of the day there at Saratoga, what's going on today? The Chuvie Stakes is, Raging Sea is the big favorite at even money with Flavien Prat. What say you?
Well, he's certainly the horse to beat. The horse likes this track as well. But Chad Brown has another horse in the race, and don't ignore him. Pride's Crossing, a 15 to 1 shot on the morning line. She's coming off of Lasix, but she's got numbers that fit, Ralph. Obviously, Raging Sea's the horse to beat, but Pride's Crossing is the value play in the race.
So we could probably do a nice, exacta, Raging Sea to Pride's Crossing, the 5-4 exacta there.
Yeah, flip it a little. I mean, you could turn it around. You don't want to get beat by the 15 to 1 shot.
No.
You'll be talking to yourself all night, or at least until Del Mar starts. And it becomes a marathon Friday. And when they move the post time till 4 o'clock, if you're on the East Coast, you're in for a long day.
Yeah, I know. This opening day is 2 o'clock, but you know what happens next Friday? On Fridays, they go to 4 o'clock until the last couple of the season when the days start shortening up. For daylight savings time, and you'll get it to 3 o'clock. But right now, today, it's opening day, it's 2 o'clock. But you're right. It engulfs a whole day of racing for you guys on the East Coast.
Yeah, it really is a long day. By the way, there's an interesting thing going on tomorrow. Flavian Pratt's listed to ride 8 horses, I believe, at Monmouth. So I'm handicapping tomorrow at Saratoga, and all of a sudden I see Flavian Pratt. Well, he's listed on 7 horses at Saratoga. It would be nice if we knew which track he was going to spend the day at.
Yeah, Saratoga and Monmouth Park is a little bit too far to take a helicopter. You could probably do it Monmouth to Aqueduct in a helicopter. In a helicopter, exactly. But not to Saratoga. So I guess they're waiting to see.
It's going to be interesting because he's in the $1 million Haskell riding for Baffert. He's scheduled to ride the 4-to-1 shot, but he's scheduled to ride a bunch of stakes in New York for Brown. So I don't know which way he's going to go, but it would be interesting to find out.
Well, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, there's only 3 stakes races tomorrow at Saratoga. The Coaching Club, the Alfred G. Vanderbilt, and the Caress will be the 3 at Saratoga, while Monmouth Park's got, 7 stakes races?
1 million of them, we know that.
Yeah. So I guess, his agent, I'm sure, will decide. And you got to wait for the late scratches, too.
Yeah, but he's also a handicapping factor. When it's first time Pratt or Pratt's riding, well, you may give the horse an extra point or 2, and now you're handicapping him at 2 different racetracks. It just make it always harder for the bettor.
And
I don't know.
And it's very interesting that he lands on a Baffert horse there as well. You never know. You might want to try to get into the Baffert barn as well, but we'll wait and see. Anyhow, back to...
Pratt, I wouldn't worry about it. Pratt could ride for anyone he wants, Ralph. When he's in the West Coast, he rides for Baffert all the time. So.
Yeah, I mean, his agent's got to just stand there at the draw and just pick who he wants to ride for.
He doesn't need a condition book. He just said,
all he needs is to see the morning line on the races. Yeah, we'll take that one. Anyhow.
No hustling mounts for his agent.
No.
They come to him.
All right, Saratoga Del Mar. What are we doing first?
Okay, let's go to Saratoga, race number 4, 1 3/8 on the turf. And I really like the number 3 horse in here, Lady Mace. So this is a 5-year-old mare from the Lindsay Schultz barn. Wow. Junior Alvarado aboard to ride. She's listed at 8-1 on the morning line. She ran very well last time out. She got a wide trip. She may have moved early. 8-1 on the morning line. Number 3, Lady Mace, upsets and wins today's 4th race out at Saratoga.
All right, that's a 1 3/8 marathon. So you say that this horse is more of a long-distance horse then, right?
Yes,
okay.
Yes, she's a plotter, but she's going to run real well, Ralph. I think she's going to get a great trip in here. For Del Mar, let's go to the 10th and final. It's 1 mile on the turf, and I like the number 6 horse in here, Lady Chic. A 3-year-old filly from the John Sadler barn. Umberto Rispoli rides today. You showed this stat on the grass, and it was pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
This horse stretches out today for the first time. She moved up when making her first try on the grass last time out. She's bred top and bottom to go long. 5-1 on the morning line. I like number 6, Lady Chic, to win today's 10th and final out at Del Mar.
All right, 10th race at Del Mar, number 6, Lady Chic, back at Saratoga in the 6th. Make that in the 4th race. You like the 3. So in the 4th, the 3 at Saratoga. In the 10th at Del Mar, the 6 horse, and you can get full sheets for both Saratoga and Del Mar right now.
JONHARDOON.com. Thank you, Ralph. Stay safe and be well. We got a lot of things to do tomorrow.
Yes, we do. Yes, we'll get cracking early and long tomorrow.
You may want to stretch the show to 2 hours tomorrow.
Well, I think what we'll be doing is the old Chris Berman 2-minute drill tomorrow. That's for sure. Anyhow, thanks a lot, Jonathan. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thanks, Ralph. Stay safe and be well.
All right. Talk about the 2-minute drill. Hey, we're coming right back with Rich Eng, so don't go away.
Here we are in Houston, opening up our first veteran village. This beautiful building that's going to house 161 homeless veterans. Any veteran that risks their lives and are struggling with PTSD, mental illness, addiction. We're also building what I call comfort homes, 500 square foot homes. These are for older homeless veterans, so they have their own space and give them back some of their dignity, some of their independence, and most certainly give them back their life. Go to T2T.org to learn how you can change a veteran's life forever.
Sports by the book.
Sports by the book.
Sports by the book.
Sports by the book, South Point Studio.
We don't make stuff up here.
I would only play the Pirates team total going under.
What the hell happened to Minnesota's pitching? This total is really crashed without plumbing the lineup. I think this number's too high, but they're laying me the 6.
Oh, I know.
Caitlin Clark drives handle on the WNBA.
Never mind all these Mickey Mouse other stations. We are giving you hands-on information.
All right, back on Race Day Las Vegas. Time to go out to Rich Eng standing by. Richie, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Ralphie. Good morning, viewers. Good morning, listeners.
We finally have a sheet to promote on the racedaylasvegas.com websites. You have a full sheet of handicapping today for opening day at Del Mar.
Yep, I have opening day Del Mar. I've got the simulcast play of the day at Saratoga on the bottom. Nice 9-2 shot. And I can't wait. 2 o'clock first post. Let's go, Ralph.
All right, let's do it, buddy. And of course, I'll ask you, just like I ask all our handicappers, any different handicapping elements at Del Mar besides the normal handicapping tools that people use to handicap? Is it some special idiosyncrasies there?
Well, I think historically, Del Mar is a tougher track to come from way, way back on dirt and on turf. It may have something to do with the more narrow turns or something like that, but you really want speed or you want tactical speed. Horses that come from way back are going to need assistance, meaning a very fast pace by the front runners to set up their closing kick. So I think what you want to look for is horses who are either going to have speed or tactical speed, especially early on, when everything's fast and firm out there.
All righty, you got it, my man. Well, what do we have for this opening day at Del Mar?
Well, let's go to the third race, Ralph. It's a claiming 25, and Bob Baffert this is his first mount of the meet, number 6, Toughness, 5-2 in the morning line. This horse is dropping down. Starter allowance 50 last time, running for 25. This horse won for 30, claiming 32, 2 back, airballed under Juan Hernandez, and a stat in the Daily Racing Form, Ralph. Baffert's in their sampling has run only 8 claiming horses, but 4 of them have won. So it's a small sample, but a high percentage. I think this horse goes on the Bill Daly and plays Catch Me If You Can. Number 6, Toughness in the third.
All right, and that is Baffert's first starter there at Del Mar in the third race today?
Yeah, he's got 3 horses in. This is the first one.
All right, you got it. Third race at Del Mar. Rich Eng's going to put Baffert in the winner's circle right away with number 6, Toughness, the 6, with Juan Hernandez aboard. Third race, number 6 at Del Mar. Don't forget, Rich has got a full sheet of handicapping today at Del Mar right at the racedaylasvegas.com website. And to tease you there, he also has his simulcast pick at Saratoga today. So you might want to get it. Hey, thanks a lot, Richie. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Hey, thanks, Ralph. Good luck, everybody.
All right, you got it, my man. And, of course, we'll ask Richie about the Haskell Stakes and some races there at Monmouth as well on tomorrow's show. But we continue today with highlighting the opening of Del Mar. And as they continue to work out in the morning at the track at Del Mar, we'll be right back. Don't go away.
South Point is also proud to provide a variety of relaxing amenities for the guests who want to be pampered. Soak up the sun and let your stress melt away in our lagoon-style Paradise swimming pool. A relaxing getaway where you can bask in the desert sun and enjoy seasonal food and bar service poolside. And if you really want to escape, come to Spa Costa del Sur. From couple suites to a co-ed wet area, our spa caters to business and leisure travelers who want to unwind and elevate their senses. A visit to one of our spa's steam, sauna, or whirlpool treatment rooms will leave any guest feeling like they can take on the world.
Big-time, nighttime pools are always at Los Alamitos, with early Pick 4 pools of more than $175,000 on most nights, and a late Pick 4 pool of more than $150,000 on most nights. Plus, our Pick 6 pools have reached record figures in 2025, including a total pool of over $370,000 on June 15th, and record Pick 6 payouts. Big-time, nighttime pools every weekend at Los Alamitos.
The Race Day Las Vegas Show, the only exclusive daily local media racing information source in Las Vegas.
All righty, back on Race Day Las Vegas, and of course our closing acts are John and Jerry. And I love when John comes in studio, as well as our other handicappers. Boy, I'd love to get Rich Eng in here in the studio as well. However, at this time of the morning, he has also duties at the office at the Daily Racing Forum. So that's why we can't get him in here live, but I sure would like him. But I would sure like to have this guy live here every day if he could be right next to us. John Lindo, good morning.
Good morning, Ralph. Happy Del Mar opening day.
Well, happy Del Mar opening day to you too, my man. Now, listen, I got to tell you, there are some places that you go to where it can get really ridiculous as far as spending money for anything. Now, remember, I mean, the racetracks are a place that you bet at. You need money to bet. But I got a text from somebody that texted me a photo of the refreshment stand there at Del Mar. And all I can tell you is draft beers are going for $16. $16 for draft beer. Del Mar, if you want really get excited and you want the Del Margarita, that's going to cost you $24.
Well, that's why in the race book at the South Point, don't take for granted the benefits you guys are getting out there in Las Vegas. There's a premium the general admission today at Del Mar. General admission, $70.
General admission is $70. The last time I paid for general admission at a racetrack, of course, I had hair then too, was like maybe $5.
Yeah. Well, again, it's opening day is a little different animal out here, and general parking today. General parking is $20.
So
there's $90 out the door before you hit to the windows.
And you talk about don't take advantage of how great it is playing the races here at the South Point. The most glaring point of that is the fact that you get just a regular hot dog at Del Mar for $8.50. You get a Vienna hot dog here for like a quarter of that price, even less.
Exactly.
Amazing.
Like I say, every time I come to Las Vegas, that's why I'm smiling. The price points are a lot different, and don't take it for granted. It's a fan-friendly way to play the races.
Yeah. Price points, remember, folks, at the South Point, there are some, establishments on the Strip here that charge these same rates for these same things.
Right.
So you got to remember, it's the South Point we're talking about. But it's going to be a lot of fun. I understand they have a new promotion there called Paddock Pals, the Paddock Pals promotion. Know anything about that?
I do not. There's a lot of different things going on, and I'm not sure if that has something to do with like a Dwayne Lucas thing where you introduce people to the game.
It is.
But there's a lot of different, things going on throughout the track. And so, I'm going to be out there with the eyes wide open like everybody else, just kind of seeing what's going on. And then I'll be up in the press box and hunkered down and get out of the flow. My wife has her gang in our box seats today, so we'll turn them loose. And when they tuck her out, I'll take them home.
All I can say is the Paddock Pals promo. They said they're going to look for a kid and bring them into the paddock to enjoy the scene of the horses in the paddock before each race when they come out onto the paddock. So that'll be kind of fun. Trying to introduce the younger set to the racing game. And of course, Jonathan Ardon was saying that we do have a few new jockeys that'll be in the jocks room this year.
Right, you mentioned Vinny Chaminade, and he does have some business. Not only Jonathan Thomas, he's riding for John Sadler. also riding for Peter Miller quite a bit. So there's some business there. You mentioned David Cohen. There's an Italian jockey, Mirko DeMuro, who's also done some riding in Japan.
Yeah.
Tony Matos, a longtime agent, has his book. And he's got a few mounts this weekend for Richard Mandello. So we'll see how DeMuro does. I would assume grass is going to be his preferred surface to start. Again, a lot of different faces here. You've got some other trainers coming in from out of town. J.K. Sweezy is out here from Kentucky. He brought a barn out here. He had a good Churchill Downs meet.
He sure did, yeah.
Yeah, we'll see how he does. And Robertino Diodoro is back in Southern California for this. So, again, it's not the same old stuff, which makes it fun for us handicappers.
It'll be a fun mix, that's for sure. And, of course, they did offer at Del Mar a few new bets for Del Mar, but these have been bets that have been very successful at Santa Anita earlier, right?
Right. The $3 late pick 3 that Santa Anita brought in was a popular bet. That's in at Del Mar this year. So is the $5 late daily double. Both of those are 15% takeout. On 11 race cards on weekends, they're going to have a mid-race pick 4. There is one today on races 4 through 7 as well. And they have that dollar place pick all. It's a maximum 10 races on 11 race cards. It'll start with race 2. Otherwise, the place pick all starts with the first race every day.
All right. Well, John, it's opening day at Del Mar. And so I know that you have a full Del Mar John Lindo report. The Lindo report, of course, covers all the races, a suggested late pick 4, and all the goodie information we talk about a lot on the show. And, of course, you also have a suggested late pick 5 sheet for Saratoga today. So there's 2 Lindo reports, the last 5 races at Saratoga and the entire card at Del Mar. Both of those comprehensive sheets are available right here, only in the gaming capital of the world at the South Point. Right here at the South Point book, free of charge, complimentary, because they love horse players here. Where are we going first?
Let's go to Saratoga first. The play I sent in earlier last night was scratched, so I'm going on alternate race number 10 today at Saratoga. In the 10th race, number 9, Saipan, I thought improved a lot, moving to the grass and going a mile last time out. There's some speed to set her up. She ought to be able to fall into a spot stalking the pace. At 4-1 on the morning line, I think she's found what she wants to do on the grass. So race 10 at Saratoga, number 9, Saipan.
10th and final Saratoga, the 9 horse, and Del Mar.
Go right to the opener, 2 o'clock first post time today. Number 5, Trusty Rusty's last win was at Del Mar, going 1 mile for a $16,000 tag. Those are the conditions today. He comes out of easily the best races, a couple of really tough races, drops in for the tag. There's some speed to set him up. And they go pretty fast early in these one-turn miles with that short run to the first turn at Del Mar. I think Trusty Rusty makes the last run. 6-1 on the program. Race 1 at Del Mar, number 5, Trusty Rusty.
Deja vu all over again. First race at Del Mar, 2 o'clock post time. The 5, Trusty Rusty. The 5 in the first. Don't forget, full Lindo report at Del Mar and the last 5 at Saratoga. Right now here at the South Point. John, enjoy yourself today at Del Mar.
And go see that hot dog cart. You'll be saving money.
You better believe it, my man. Thanks a lot. All right, now we're going to go to Jerry Jackowitz standing by, who also has 2 sheets today, one for Saratoga, one for Del Mar. Good morning, Jerry.
Good morning, Ralph.
Well, my man, any special idiosyncrasies about Del Mar outside of the normal handicapping principles?
Well, there always are special idiosyncrasies about Del Mar, but we have to watch for them, pay attention if the rail is good or bad. That's usually a big deal. And some seasons the rail is tough, and sometimes seasons the rail is an excellent place to be. So pay attention to that, and we'll see how it rolls.
Okay.
Kind of go with it.
We'll go with the flow, so to speak.
Go with the flow.
Yes. All right. Well, let's get started. We're going to go Saratoga first.
Yeah, let's go to the 8th at Saratoga, Ralph. Click over here. Number 3, Leslie's Road for Todd Pletcher. I mean, we're going a mile on Nathan the Shuvi, and I think this filly was much the class of this field last year, and might be just coming into form. And we're going to throw out that last race on the slop where she ran just terrible. We're just going to toss it.
Okay.
I think she'll be okay today. Let's take the 3 over the 5, 6, 7. Reverse 5, 6, 7 over the 3, but the 3, maybe it's 7-2 or better, something like that.
All right. 5-1 on the morning line. Number 3, Leslie's Rose is the key in the Shoe V. The 3 over 5, 6, 7, and reverse 5, 6, 7 over the 3 in the 8th race at Saratoga. And we'll get Jerry's first play of the new Del Mar meet now.
Very good. Let's go to the 10th.
Okay.
I think John had the 9 horse in the race. I didn't, so I'm going to add him into my play. I like the 6.
That is not that's not the case. He had the he had the 9 horse in the 10th at Saratoga.
Okay. I'm sorry. Let's take the 6, Lady Chic, from John Sadler. Sprinted once on the turf, just was way better, and stretches out to 2 turns. I love this play. I'll take the 6 over the 2, 4, 5, and 8. Reverse 2, 4, 5, and 8 over the 6. But the 6, Lady Chic.
Okay. 10th race, you landed on the same horse that Jonathan Ardon landed on, however, in that race. You guys, we got a good housekeeping seal, handicapper's approval in the 10th race. You and both Jonathan like the 6, Lady Chic. Your link-ups in this race are 2, 4, 5, and 8, and reverse. Don't forget to reverse. And don't forget that Jerry J's Power Pages for all of Del Mar and all of Saratoga are available right now at jerryjspowerpage.com. Well, it's going to be an interesting day today, and a long day at that. And one more thing to say on this opening of Del Mar, where that turf meets the surf. Say it, Jerry.
Have a great race day, everybody.